Hounds. My name is Michael, and I am your Scottie News anchor. We are glad you are here this morning. And now for your Thursday, November 3rd Scottie News. It's Thursday, so you know what that means. So you know what time it is. Shout out time. Mr. Elkins would like to shout out to Ms. Harper and Ms. Wilm for being rockstar first-year teachers here at Highlands, as well as amazing science teachers. They support each other and their students I've ever seen. We are lucky to have you as our teachers and teammates. Mrs. Day has a shout out to Mrs. Davis for being such a good friend. She takes her crazy ideas and runs with them, and she always makes her laugh. Mrs. Day also says shout out to Mr. Frenson and Mr. Elkins, and Mrs. Crandall for being good friends and making their office such a great place to work. Mrs. Stevens would like to give a shout out to Mrs. Fow's 8th grade class. They walked down the hallway respectfully, quietly, and in a straight line. They set an excellent example for 6th and 7th grade students. Good stuff. Ms. Willen has a shout out to her homeroom. Thank you to her homeroom class. Thank you for all of you being willing to participate in Spirit Week with her. It is fun to have fun, and thanks for joining her in the fun. You guys are pretty awesome. Ms. Hirsch would like to send a huge shout out to her 3rd and 4th period math class. Their grades have been outstanding all quarter long, and they have never had a seating chart because they have always kept up such amazing behavior. On top of all this, they helped her clean up a bunch of gum off of several desks in the classroom last week. She appreciates them so much. Mrs. Beecham has a shout out to Mrs. Escamilla's 7th and 8th hour class for being amazing. It's really nice to go into a classroom as a sub and have the students listen, follow directions left by their teacher, stay on task, be kind and respectful the entire class period. This classroom full of students really deserves 100 shout-outs, and luckily I don't have to recite 99 more. Mrs. Clayton's shout-out is to her homeroom class for dressing up for Spirit Week. They did an amazing job showed what it truly means to be a Scottie. So proud. Mrs. Nicholas has, as usual, quite a few shout-outs. Jillian Salgado for picking up trash in the classroom that doesn't belong to him. Way to show Scottie pride. Angel Alvarez for emailing to check on her on Monday when he noticed she wasn't in class to see if she was okay. He is a true Scottie Day maker. Emily Hernandez Sanchez and Jaden Mora for trying to take care of her last Friday when she started feeling really sick last class period. All of the students in her 7th and 8th period for being the wonderful young people that they are, and being on their best behavior and showing great work ethic when she was feeling ill on Friday. All of her students throughout last Friday that showed true thoughtfulness and concern when they noticed that she wasn't at her best. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You make her feel proud to be your teacher and part of the Hounds faculty. Thank you to everyone who sent in a shout-out. Remember, you too can send in a shout-out. Just send an email to Mrs. Davis to hear your shout-out in the morning announcements. We are continuing Spirit Week here at Highlands. Today is Stand United Against Bullying. And welcome to our visiting military members, both past and present. Wearing red, white, and blue shows your support. And tomorrow, put bullying to sleep. It's the day you can wear your pajamas. And now here's your quote of the day from William Faulkner. Veteran, author, and Nobel Peace Prize winner in 1949 said, "We must be free not because we claim freedom, but because we practice it." And finally, from Michael Craig and New School Press, have a great day here at HMS.